Hello, fellow faithful. It is Bulldog and Chris here, back for another CLG game. We actually won Friday's game. I'm recording this on Monday since I was traveling this weekend, but was able to, watch and record Friday's game when shortly after it happened. We're against Cloud9, the very, very up and down Cloud9. So there is a glimmer of hope this game. We actually won a game yesterday against Golden Guardians, which we should be winning those. Um, so let's get into
You can
pick ban
almost
here.
you can almost hear the hopium in his voice.
Yep, my supply my supply has been replenished a little bit.
Putting Gwen through,
Yeah,
don't people have been doing it a lot, it feels like. A lot more than I expected it to happen. It's also weird that they're not willing to trade Rumble Deer. Um they just ban both of them every game, which to me is kinda odd.
yeah, that is a little odd. I I would like. I'm not a big fan of Broxah on either of those champions though.
Yeah. With Varus banned, I think you need to pick Ezreal. Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
Lisa and Ezreal. That's an that's an okay trade for Gwen, provided
Mm.
we we can actually play the game plan counter pick well.
Yeah, I think Ezreal.
But
I
Ezreal's super
after
good.
after Varus, I think Ezreal is just from what I've seen seems
Yeah,
so strong.
yeah, that's what I've seen as well. The Divine Blunder or the Divine Tsundere, depending
I
on who
mean,
you ask.
you just get so tanky,
Yeah,
and you do just an absurd amount of damage.
yep. That's a really smart. Those are a couple of really smart picks by Cloud9. I only like the Zinzao with the Karma, really. Or Lulu. That works.
Lulu does the same thing.
hmm But some sort of enabler for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you really need it, but Zenzao is just such a linear champion.
hmm
Like having someone to help him when he just goes buck wild,
Yeah.
helpful. Leona, yeah,
Yep.
easy way to
Smoothie
start a
played really well
fight.
in Leona the first game.
Yeah, something easy to start a fight on. I mean, they clearly just
Yeah.
need straightforward go buttons. I would be at,
I'd ban a
in
Kog'Maw here if I
favor.
were CLG.
That lane just seems so bad. Like, yeah, they could pay Lulu Cog, but
hmm
I feel like Ezreal would just crush that lane. Ezreal,
Thresh
I
is
guess.
another good ban that kind of removes the jinx from the equation.
So you're thinking they'd play Gwen top, Lulu mid? Doesn't seem very good. Like, I don't think they're playing Lulu mid. I don't love the Thresh ban.
Or they could
Like
go
they're
like Gwen mid, Lulu top. Yeah. Syndra's a smart ban with Cloud9.
Yeah, no, they look CLG looked
And
pretty solid on it, but I'm not sure
Cloud9 should ban the
what they're.
Gangplank as well.
Yeah, but maybe that's not the. Maybe they're assuming Lee Sin will be
hmm
top because I feel like Lee Sin was one of those other picks that's supposed to be pretty good into Gwen.
I don't know if it. Wait, what? Why would you ban the Thresh and the? I guess to prevent the PTSD of Turtle against Thresh on the Ezreal. I think that's more of a prevent mental boom pick, but yeah,
Uh,
the Gangplank. So I don't know if there's another pick that excels against Gwen, but I'm trying to think of what might.
I assume they're just playing Lee Sin into it. So he's good with Ezreal.
Yeah, I like the Zoe. I
Yeah.
see. This is one of those situations where I wish you could like swap players after draft because I would much rather have RJS and Zoe than Poe Belter. RJ
There.
says a ridiculous Zoe. And Poe Belter does. Last I saw of it, he didn't quite understand
Are
how to
picking
pilot the
Cog.
champion correctly.
Interesting. Cog would be a weird pick, but I feel like this is where Perks just busts out Yon, because Zoe has a horrible time playing against Yon.
He
I don't
could.
know if he will for sure, but the matchup is so awful to play as Zoe.
It is Yone, by the way.
I'm aware.
Just spiting Riot by saying Yon.
Yes.
Wow. I would. I assume it's Lee Sin jungle, but I would want something higher burst here.
I guess they like kind of double flexed with 280 carries there. Like Cog is okay into Lulu because he has like infinite range. Yeah, they're playing Lee Sin top. Nice.
Are they?
Yeah. Or I don't think they'd play Volibear top. They could, I guess,
They
but
could. It might
seems
do well into the
bad.
Gwen.
Seems really bad.
I'm not sure how it does into the Gwen, but I don't I don't love the Volibear.
No, I really don't like it into Gwen. They're just cock-luluing. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
But
I thought they
it
might
does do
play
well
Cog
to
in
get
mid.
inside the
Really?
Gwen zone and just kind of CC her and occupy her for a while.
Yeah, but don't feel like you'll like. I think very quickly you won't be able to contest Gwen at all in a side lane. I think
Yeah.
at level like 2 you can kind of contest her, but Volibear excels as like a low econ top laner, and
Hmm.
that's not going to be what happens. If you're
Yeah.
low econ against Gwen, you're going to get run over.
Yeah. I don't know what the build will be. Maybe it'll be a Sunder Volibear,
Maybe I don't think that helps.
but I don't know.
I I really
Yeah. I don't
don't
love
like
a
it.
tanky more tanky champion into that heavy sustained damage team comp.
Yeah.
It's something I don't know, like I don't know if Camille does well or something more like
CLG has
that.
a more reasonable comp if they fall behind. Like they have two things to face check. They have good poke around objectives, but
Hmm.
man, are they gonna have a tough time if they like just take a straight fight? Because there
Yeah.
is so much damage,
The,
and I
yeah, there's
don't think
so much
Volibear
sustained
and
damage.
uh,
You have to poke priority targets down before any fights.
yeah, and to be fair, C9 doesn't have great ways to start the fight other than just Zinza going in.
Yeah, Zinza Lulu just running at somebody, but it's probably gonna have to be Poe Belter you run at. Volibear provides decent peel. Lee Sin provides some of the better peel in the game. Uh, Leona provides about equal peel to Volibear.
Yeah, it's fine, but you can just run
Mhm.
at the people who have peel because they'll just kill them instantly. They have Gog, Trisk, Gwen. That is an absolute insane amount of damage.
Yeah, it's it's
CLG
a
has a
lot of
really like
damage, but it's not the fastest damage in the world.
it, it's pretty quick. I feel like
It's like middle of the
CLG
road quickness. It's not.
CLG has a problem where they have a decent amount of damage, but it's too slow. Like Ezreal requires quite a bit of time, and
Ooh,
Zoe
this is
requires a lot of
interesting
time.
pathing. Ooh, I like it. Taking advantage of the flashless laner. And, yep, well played by Broxah to get first
Freebie.
blood. And it's a really good start. The classic camping of Fudge when he doesn't have flash. This could be really bad. Yeah, that is really bad.
Yeah, they trolled
That was a great
really
response by
hard.
Blabber.
They trolled really hard by trying to push that lane out.
Yeah.
Obviously, also with the red buff start, as we stated, known for level 2 ganks, and Blabber says, you can do that. I'll get right back up there too. Fudge back on top. They get the response skill, and it actually
And the advantage goes to Fudge there since he
whereas Finn
got
the assist for the earlier
the
one,
kill,
also
while
able to push back in the win.
Finn did not.
So,
Technically, it's better for CLG as a whole because they get 100 extra gold,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's not better. Gwen getting the 300 gold
Hmm.
versus Finn getting like 200 or 150,
Yeah.
whatever it is, for first assist.
And, well, Finn does get to spend the gold immediately. Like,
Yeah, but he doesn't get to spend it on anything.
yeah, he might have gotten like a refillable pot or a pink pot or something, but nothing really worthwhile.
We don't see the teleport on screen there for the spectator bug, but
Yeah, that was just greedy.
and because of the recall completion, CLG can't fight the 2v2.
That was really bad. If they just back off there, they can like actually
Yeah, he was able to get a
try
refillable
to
out of
build.
it, but
Just not worth it.
that's it. He at least didn't waste his flash.
That's fair.
And Fudge has both thumbs down. You could
Yeah, but
try
he'll
and
have
take
Ignite.
advantage of that, but
Like a minute. Interesting to gank Trist with Cleanse Flash. It seems like it will never, ever, ever work.
yeah, you wouldn't get the kill, but
You
The-
maybe get Cleanse.
you could get.
You don't ever get
Yeah.
Flash with
Oh,
where he's
this is a
standing.
good crash. This is really good. This is the kind of stuff we haven't seen from CLG very often. They had Pobelter rotating down after Broxah ensured. So that wasn't a gank.
You gotta
That was,
play.
yeah,
you
that
gotta
was
play it out of it.
ensuring that he could push the wave.
I think they should have tried to base there.
Oh, wow. Pobelter getting a really nice trade there.
Did he hit a bubble to start?
No.
Or how did that go so well?
I don't know. We just
I guess
saw it
Perks
in
didn't
kind of
like
the middle
auto.
of
He was
it.
just
But,
trying to dodge too much.
and they're doing a really good job of getting deep wards and tracking the jungler.
Yeah, they held the bottom side well there.
Mhm.
They had pressure because Ezreal gets pressure.
Yep. And it looks like Finn is going Sundere.
Yeah. I
And it looks like he holds his own pretty well into the lane. This is
Volibear?
interesting. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course he does. Volibear is going to be strong, like level 1 to 6. There's going to be like a very sharp point where Gwen overcomes him, and then you never get to do anything
Yeah.
as Volibear. Like
But-
that's one of the big problems.
Oh, that was a good little move by Finn there to deny 2 creeps of experience on Fudge.
Yeah.
But it's weird watching CLG be the active team. I mean,
they have to. They're playing against Coglu.
yeah, they're
for
playing
God's
against
sake.
Kog'Maw Gwen. Like,
If they weren't active in this game, they're that's a good time to get an exhaust. Oh, that's so close. What did he
It
get a
is.
shield from?
Who?
Oh, Lee Sin.
yeah, Lee Sin.
Zoe. That was sick.
Yeah,
That was so close.
it was.
What a play from Perks. Love it. The Tristana sec attempt from him.
Yeah, that was ballsy from Perks.
Everyone tries to do that on Trist and almost always ends up just killing themselves.
I've done it successfully once.
Honestly, when they're facing Cloud9, and you just look at this monumental difference in the standings. For them to come out here with,
That's an advanced maneuver that really should only be done at low levels of play. Because nobody's gonna punish you for how vulnerable it makes you.
Yeah.
I like Broxah on this Lee Sin. Holy cow. He's so active. And yeah, this is a good kind of follow because you can just turn off the tower,
Yeah,
and
he's very
hopefully this
dead.
should be a kill.
Oh, but Gwen is pretty balanced champ. One for
Oh,
one.
wow. Lee Sin didn't even take
I
a
mean, they
tower shot there,
denied.
but yeah,
He,
trading 1 for 1 with how stacked up the tower or the wave
yeah,
there
that's
is
fine.
all right.
As long
This
as your
is
bot lane doesn't die here, but they're
yeah,
dead.
this is a good response,
They're he
but they don't
good
die.
flashes. Good
Yeah,
flashes, really.
yeah. Blabber should have gone on to Leona, and they should
Yeah.
have like focused in on Leona, and they could have gotten that. Or they probably would have burned her flash as well. But good
But
response
again,
by Cloud9 to do that. That's a tower plate for Pobelter, it looks like.
the problem that's happening is like Gwen is trading the kills, and then it's Volibear that's not getting the advantage. Like, yeah, they deny Gwen the wave, but it's Lee Sin that gets to like reap the reward of that, not
Yeah.
Volibear.
But
Which
Volibear
is
did get the kill there, and he also gets a level like experience advantage out of it. So
not a
he
lot though.
yeah he gets like a wave worth of experience. It's not a
Yeah,
ton,
I
but it's
guess.
he and Gwen went even, like in terms of the gold earned there, and then
That doesn't like I don't know. I just don't feel like trading with Gwen is good enough. I feel like
yeah
that's
yeah
like they're close to generating advantages through top, but they're just not. And
they're not quite there, but they're just being so active on the map, and they have a gold lead, which like bot lane is a clear losing lane for Cloud9. Yeah, that was just good, but oh, I guess because of where Blabber flashed at, Pobelter didn't get to pick it up.
yeah, I never know how Zoe bubbles spawn. Sometimes they flash on top of where you go, and sometimes they go where you started it from, which I never really understand.
Mhm. That was just a really good gank by them. Yeah, he can't finish him off there. It's close, but not quite.
So no extra option there as Broxah's going to take out this ward on the side. Does at least get perked off the tower. Perks actually didn't even get a plate off.
I don't know where they're. If they have knowledge of where Blabber is, they could go for some sort of play on the bot side here. But Pobelter doesn't have teleport. Finn does. Finn also has ulti. They have a wave crashing, but I think Brox is a little late to be able to make anything happen out of it.
He had to catch mid.
Yeah, but
Did I get
that's
what,
yeah.
the
They
gold
probably
on
get the
the
tower
Ezreal?
here.
More than 2 plates, and with Turtle continually pushing in this wave, he can get it done.
And they get Dragon. Oh, Finn? He has ulti. What
Wow,
a
look,
balanced
Fudge
champion.
is at like 3/4 life still.
Yeah, he got down to quarter life and he hit the second charge of his ulti and healed for most of it. Most of his life back. Oh, with
Without
wait,
leeching
actually,
even.
with what? He
I
doesn't
know.
have any spell vamp yet.
I know. I don't know where he heals so much from. I know Gwen has like some innate healing built
It's only on
in
auto
some part of her
attacks.
kit. She got a couple in there.
Yeah. So her passive does percent maximum health damage, and you heal off of the 70% of the damage the passive does, and it does that maximum health damage on auto attacks. Okay.
Wow, Perks is playing that so aggressively.
Yeah. Oh, Finn gets out there.
Yeah, but this fight is not good.
No. Oh, they have King up there. Weird.
They managed for that to not end so bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was.
I thought they were doomed.
Mm-hmm.
But they like they realized they were doomed and left.
Yeah. And they should get bot tower out of that.
Gwen's. Yeah, that's one plate.
Yeah, it's one plate and there's a wave already crashing in there. There was one, and they can just push it in.
Yeah.
And
They're
it's
gonna
just a W
trade
auto
top
attack away.
tower. Surely they trade top tower
Yeah.
back. Maybe not. It's pretty healthy.
Okay. Yeah, it is, and with Broxah there, they probably don't end up trading it. So, that's ball
I thought it
down.
was much lower.
Interesting that Kog'Maw is going Rage Blade first.
I don't know what you build on Kog'Maw. The only build I've seen on Kog'Maw is like full tank.
I thought
Kraken
you
full tank.
went Kraken Slayer into Rage Knife into Rage Blade. If you wanted to rush the Rage Knife, I would understand that, but I don't get rushing the whole Rage Blade.
Oh.
Because it's not as gold efficient as a Kraken Slayer.
I haven't seen Kog'Maw like at all. Like Kog'Maw isn't particularly great with crit. It's just the on-hit true damage is kind of helpful.
Well, the Rage Blade converts crit into on hit damage. So that's why, like, the Rage Knife does that, and that's why I thought he might just go the. That's why some people just go the Rage Knife, and then the Kraken Slayer, because you get the primary effect you want out of the Rage Blade from just the Rage Knife.
Fair.
CLG is doing a good job of having a gold lead and an objective lead. That might be a little far for Blabber. But yeah. Ooh. Oh, that was very close to hitting King.
Look at that. You know, a bubble lands and you get so much, but we see the strength of carrying Lulu.
Blabber is low. It's difficult for them to contest this, but I don't generally like sending 5 for second Herald. But there's not much else going on the map.
They use teleport to try to get a pick, so you might as well.
But you can use second Herald to pressure either mid or top, and more likely mid, and get priority over this second dragon. But they don't have much vision control anywhere except for that cluster in the top river. That's like really weird cluster of wards.
Yeah, they really needed. Interesting.
Weird by Perks to jump forward there. He just wasted
odd.
cleanse.
Yeah, CLG needs to have already gotten vision around the drag if they wanted to fight for it, but it seems like they're either not going to fight for it or they're going to lose horrendously, because I don't think their spikes are good enough right now to compete unless they can get poke off.
Yeah, the Tristana has a much better spike than Zoe, but Cloud9 didn't really collapse on their vision advantage soon enough, so this could go pretty well. Was that just the W from Blabber that did like over half of Pobelter's health?
There's some Trist damage, but like this is they're.
Yeah.
CLG's comp can't take like an even fight. They have to poke everyone out, or they have to do something else. What they're doing here is if they wanted to fight for the dragon, they had to fight for it a minute ago. Like it's just lost.
Yeah, they're
maybe
getting
they can
a
find
little bit
a
of
miracle
poke on
angle.
Blabber and King, but they might just look
They're
to
too low.
look to pressure down the mid lane here. And
they can maybe get two mid towers if they're really lucky. But
yeah, but they're doing a good job of understanding that they couldn't fight there and adjusting their play accordingly and getting to zoning Cloud9 off of the rotation to mid tower and getting, it looks like 2 towers out of it. That was really well done.
Yeah, if that was their plan all along to like kind of bait them into the river harder, and but
I don't know if it was the
it
plan
looked,
all along, but I think it was they were looking for Dragon, but then they saw, like, after
you should
Pobelter
have
took damage, they adjusted very quickly.
known you couldn't fight just given items and champions. Like, you can't take a straight fight ever. You'll lose every straight fight unless you get like a sick pick to start it, but that's not a straight fight. Like, they really lack the sustained damage. Like, maybe I guess Ezreal could just go buck wild, but I mostly think it's
Yeah, you need
Cog,
to really
Trist,
just
Gwen are just gonna run you over.
chunk out Cog or Trist to start a fight. Like, that would be your only hope.
Yes, and that like they didn't have vision control of the area. Yeah, very.
Yeah, but they
I don't know.
ended up playing it well. They didn't try and take the fight.
That's fair. But I don't know.
So they played it how they should have, and they got the most out of it that they could.
That's fair. They
And it opens up the map just a
whether it
ton.
was intentional or not, but
Yeah.
I prefer it to be intentional.
I think they knew that it was one of their options. I don't think it was Plan A, but I think they had it as Plan B.
Yeah, the gold out of it ends up being good. How do you win the game though, as CLG? Like without Dragon Soul being a real threat, what's the angle to win?
Some sort of priority pick using Ezreal, Zoe, Lee Sin, and then converting that into objective control. That's in general how you're gonna win the game. And Xin Zhao does fall off really hard, more so than Lee Sin, but I mean they scale insanely, so it's not like that's gonna affect Cloud9 too much. But Cloud9 does have a really hard time like absorbing any sort of poke.
Yeah, CLG just really needs to be at where they want to fight before they need to fight.
Oh nope, it's not finished yet. He was trying to deny as many creeps as possible, which is the right thinking.
Yeah, it's fun.
And honestly, aside from like Triss popping out of a bush or Xin Zhao sped up with Lulu, like that initially, if Wild Turtle can get away from that initial assault, they have no way to get to him.
Gwen can get to anyone.
It would be very difficult for Gwen without Flash to be able to get to. He has cleanse again? Okay. Yeah, that's just a good pick by Cloud9.
Really? They gave it to Blabber took it?
Yeah, that is not who you want it on.
Seems bad, but
yeah, and CLG just didn't have much of a response to that, and you wouldn't really expect them to.
Wow.
Wow, the 500 IQ. Yeah,
that actually could get them a dragon. It'll get them vision control of the dragon, I guess, which is pretty good.
And they have vision control. They have 2 lanes pushing. Oh, that's so good. Well done, Broxah.
That's super fortunate that Cogmal didn't hit him. You'd love to see it.
Oh, that's... They're just going to go for Baron.
They can't get Baron. I mean, I guess they have to. Dragon isn't a real win condition.
Yeah. They do have vision control, and they do have that priority pick, so they can win this 5v5 fight, especially if they chunk Perks like that. Perks doesn't have cleanse anymore.
Oh, Pobelter's dead.
He has Flash back up. They're getting Fudge
I didn't
and Perks.
Flash.
Holy shit!
I didn't
Who is this
Flash.
team, and
That's
what have
it.
they done with CLG?
That was sick. I didn't know he had flash.
Yeah,
I thought he used the top lane.
no, it was like
Yeah.
10 seconds away from cooldown top lane.
Nice. That's a huge Baron.
Yeah.
Yeah, they super overcommitted, or C9 super overcommitted on that, and they got
And
destroyed. That was super
yeah,
good.
they should be able to they don't quite get there in time. Ooh. That could be good.
They have cog kick, surely.
Okay.
Not cog
Does
kick,
he does have kick up. Oh! That was a really nice looking kick.
Hero creep.
Yeah, we just need to start pushing.
Can they win the game with this Baron?
They can kind of make it nearly insurmountable. I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
They won't take the
can't win
Nexus
game.
with this Baron, but they can win the game with it.
Yeah.
And Turtle is playing really well. He is very strong. And Gwen pretty much has to be the one to kill him.
Yes. Ezreal is a very strong champ.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very strong.
They're trying to scramble and pick up their own jungle before CLG close in with the pressure. But as long as CLG don't make themselves vulnerable to a
yeah, and they're doing a really good job of positioning here to make sure that they don't get caught with their pants down somewhere. They've got things spread out as they should, protecting their vulnerable people with, their big old bear. Got the Lee Sin just pushing things mid. So 2 points of pressure. Yep. And, oh, that's really good poke by Pobelter, and that should probably be enough to get a tower. Unless a Pobelter just dies to Blabber, like, straight up. Oh, nice dodge. The fancy feet. Holy shit. And we got...
They did get a base tower.
That's
huge.
And we probably get two?
Really? I thought Blabber would commit there.
I don't think they could because of Pobelter teleport. Wow. That was some fancy footwork by Pobelter. It wasn't that fancy, it was just...
We love the S-key.
Yeah. Knowing exactly what the Kog'Maw's hitbox was and where he could step. Really well done there, and good hit by Turtle to make it so King can't walk any forward for another potential shot.
Turtle trying to also gain some range for him there. The Ezreal playing frontline with the red buff. That's why the Cloud9 frontline can't move up further and threaten Pobelter. Definitely a scary one playing the line there, but it does work.
Interesting build path by Finn.
Yeah, Zonia seems really sus. I did not notice that.
Volibear. Why did I mix those two up? Volibear does scale well off of AP. His E has like a 0.9 scaling and his ulti has like a 0.7. And his passive has a scaling.
It's actually become decently popular in solo queue and a couple times already.
And I guess part of what he wants to do rather than just... I think it's probably good because he just blows up the backline with his ulti rather than... And he also gets some tankiness from it. And obviously the Zonias. But rather, you really don't want to be a tank against this team comp.
Yeah,
They just absolutely destroy a tank, so building more damage is going to be more effective. Which is what I wanted them to pick in the top lane.
Of course, getting themselves this gold lead, right? They're 5,000 gold ahead and counting. Not even done shoving here as they're going to look to take down the bottom tier 2 as well. All right, this one's going to go down without a fight because
Yep, good job zoning them off. And it's difficult to contest a tower with a, you know, jacked up Volibear chilling there.
I mean,
with ulti ready.
C9 is like conceding the dragon super hard.
Yeah, they don't really have the means to contest it.
No, they lost all the vision control and Ezreal. Yeah, that's what CLG needs to do is this setup. I was super afraid that they would just not get the not get this this setup for him, but King killed himself. And just the game like absolutely exploded.
Yeah, and it was King killed himself like a minute and a half after I said, yeah, CLG needs to get a priority pick and then an objective off of that. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, no, I don't think King should have died there. I think that was really, really bad of him to blind face check that alone. But I mean, he did, and CLG absolutely destroyed him. So bug. Yeah, that was really. And the game has just been so impossible to do anything for C9 since.
Yeah, well they don't have a good way to start a fight.
No, but you can't face they can't face check Ezreal Zoe.
Yeah.
That was always going to be like the thing. If they have to face check Ezreal Zoe, the game is like unwinnable. If they don't have to, the game is unlosable.
And a more damage heavy Volibear.
Volibear's afterthought. It's Ezreal Zoe doing just all of the damage.
But like if Ezreal Ezreal Zoe gets the initial chunk, Volibear has the ability and damage to just follow up and finish someone off.
Another bubble put to sleep by Zoe. This is so frustrating here. Blabber goes to ulti just to not get killed by the incoming poke of CLG as Perks. That's a very good pick.
Yeah,
Finn was in a bad spot. But...
Yeah, that was not great positioning by him, but another bubble by Pobelter. He is just on fire.
He's not even throwing them through terrain. C9 is just walking way too close to Zoe. That's funny.
Yeah. Blabber is just tired. He's a sleepy boy. Blabber is like that one fish from Finding Nemo. Bubbles! Bubbles!
They started that before pinking that brush?
Weird. Maybe they want Cloud9 to walk forward? Pobelter can kite back well with the Shurelya's.
Ooh, Perks got... Wait, what?
Pobelter.
Perks is alive? Wait, Perks is... How is Perks alive?
Turtle should be able to turn most of this fight, right?
What? How did Perks live and kill someone?
I don't know.
Wait, they... What? How on earth did Perks kill him? Oh no.
Oh no. He's got the stopwatch on top of it, and they stalled out. Oh my gosh.
Dead. I want to see how Perks, like, lived.
Finn should have just popped ulti to get on top of him, unless if he didn't have ult, but I thought he did.
Perks, well, he ultied the wall. I don't know how long ago that was.
Nothing really accomplished there because there was no possibility of DPS to follow up from CLG.
Like, Perks looks like he's just giga doomed here. But he just, like, insta-kills Zoe instead?
He cleansed?
What?
And W'd and flash. Wow. That was really clean.
What?
You have to all in versus these teams because the range advantage for CLG, they'll just pelt you with more and more damage. And so the key is no hesitation there. Really big play from the big leader there from Cloud9. Finn goes in, uses his first, but again,
Gotta love Gwen just being invulnerable for that entire time.
Yes, that's quite lame.
So we're just trading stasis moments. Everybody take a picture. It's gonna last a while.
All right, we can see the damage contribution there for Total massive there in that fight. Finn also doing a lot of work, but 3K for 3 different people on Cloud.
That was Perks' burst. Because he didn't do anything in the fight besides burst the Zoe.
Not much.
That's wild.
That gold lead is shrinking, not what you want to see on their side. Only ahead 3,000 now. We're going to reset things, look for the third dragon on either side in 3 seconds. And the Baron's also still up, Kobe, as Blabber's trying to get the vision finally cleaned out.
Are they gonna go for a pick? Oh, that was not well coordinated, but it's probably not gonna matter. That's a good pick, and that should just be Baron. Because Cloud9 shouldn't be able to contest it. Their only way to engage is...
They just don't have anyone to face check.
Yeah.
How they're... Yeah, it's totally conceded. Nice.
Yeah. That was just really bad by Blabber. That wasn't like good by CLG. But they probably should be able to march down mid lane or, you know, in mid and top and win the game.
Like they probably get 2 inhib before Blabber spawns. No, they're not.
Blabber
not fast enough.
Yeah, Blabber will be up soon.
I don't.
Oh.
Look at the angle he's taking. So aggressive. He's just trying to shoot one of these carries, but can't eat the poke either. C9 have a very dangerous.
Wow, they don't get anything before he respawns.
No.
That's.
The death timers aren't that long at this point. Oh, that's a really nice chunk by Turtle that should get them the inhibitor. Ezreal just does too much damage.
Ezreal just does too much damage for building full tank.
Yeah.
Armor pen and AD items, OP.
Frozen Heart, baby.
Well, I mean,
damage item.
Bruiser items, I guess, in general. Mana Moon's too good. The slow items too good. Like, it gives way too good. Like, if you compare it to Rylai's gives, like, super medium stats for that effect. Whereas the, I don't even know the name of it, the slowy 81.
Cirilla's Grudge.
Yeah. This item gives way too good of stats for the effect it gives.
And he's now a full build Ezreal, who has 10% Omni Vamp on top of a Divine Sunder and a bunch of health and...
Yeah, he's hard to kill.
Yeah.
Wow, Pobelter is so weak.
Oh my goodness, but he just throws bubbles. That's all we need him to do. And the splitting up of the 4-1 has been so well done by CLG.
Yeah, they just haven't gotten themselves picked at all. Or they have. I mean, they just haven't. They haven't had to take full 5v5 fights, which is super huge. Now they take a 5v5 fight and now they lose.
Jesus.
Yeah, they allowed one 5v5 fight and they got 5 for red. 4 for red. 4 for red.
Wow. They should have like clustered around the teleport and instantly killed it.
Never. He just Zonias, and then he lives forever because it's Gwen. Yeah. I don't think C9 wins, but they probably get Soul off of it, and they wipe their Baron.
I don't know if they get Soul off of it.
No, they'll get the. They'll control the area though, and that's more important than anything. Like, CLG just can't take an actual 5v5 at all.
Yeah.
They will just get destroyed. Oh, they were even like...
Yeah,
they didn't commit.
They could have totally started running like up towards where Broxah was, And if they ran that way as 5, they don't die to Fudge.
It looked pretty doomed.
Like, as soon as the teleport started, they could have made it so Fudge really couldn't close the distance.
Maybe, but you have to run basically into the rest of their team, which is also bad. Cloud9 didn't get as good a vision control here as I thought they might.
Oh, this could be good.
Oh, he didn't have
Oh!
Zonia.
That's so good. Smoothie dies for it, but I will gladly trade Smoothie for
Wow, I thought he would
Fudge.
be able to Zonias and survive.
Yeah. This
Did he
is
not have it?
This is
Or was
why
he
I
just
like
chain
the Lee Sin on Broxah so much more than on Pobelter, because he
Well, he
sees
actually
those
makes stuff
angles
happen.
and gets catches.
Yeah, I thought they'd be able. I thought Cloud9 would be able to like actually clear that area out and actually win a fight. But they must have just not cleared it out at all. Fudge must just not have had Zonias, because I feel like he can Zonias, right? Oh no, he didn't. They layered that really well. That was really good by Smoothie. I thought when he landed from the kick he would be able to Zonias, but it's like perfect.
Yeah, he does have Zonias, but it was really well done.
Like, it's
Thank
really
you,
hard
Mr.
to vault.
Mr. Broxah, yes, thank you. Arigato, Broxah-san.
Eyes wide open here. We have to say, from minute 1 here, level 2 gank on the top side, throughout the game, continuing to hit these big playmakers.
Their inhibitor is still down, and they like consistently have the push mid lane. That's so weird. I guess they do have Kog'Maw Tristana, so they just kind of get to destroy everything.
Fudge doesn't have TP. No,
Yeah,
I
not
can't.
for like another
they can't
20
force
seconds.
it. Yeah, they can't force the angle yet.
Oh, does Pobelter die for that?
Dead.
Yep.
Yeah, Pobelter's having a terrible game. He's. Oh no,
He's
Sonya.
fine, but
He had Sonya's. That's the only reason Finn lived.
yeah.
Yeah, Pobelter got picked super hard. Surely they don't lose.
Yeah, they don't win the
right?
game off of that. They shouldn't.
If Turtle wouldn't have jumped away, I think King dies.
Yeah, but Turtle might have died as well.
Would have he? He was like still 1,000 HP.
Yeah. But
And had heal.
he would have put himself in a position he could have been jumped on by like Perks or Blabber.
I
That's
guess.
not the situation you want to be in. Especially if
Yeah.
Turtle dies there, the game just ends.
Yeah, I thought King was dead. No.
That'll be a career moment there for Broxah. One of many there as the steal does not come through, unfortunately for CLG. It is Cloud9 that just barely get that Baron. But
How does
watch the Cloud9
Pobelter just die?
Yeah, I mean, you put all
So he just like walk and Trist auto range and just yeah he does.
3.
He just like literally dies from full health.
Yep.
That was really, really poor.
That ulti from Perks was so good. Because it unintentionally split up Smoothie and Broxah. Because Broxah could have gotten the kick and they could have blown up Perks and potentially taken the fight. But man, there's so much of Cloud9's base that's just like sitting open.
But they have to have like Baron or Elder to run at it
Yeah.
because they can't actually win the game with their comp. Because you can't win the 5v5 unless you find another like super huge pick onto like
Yeah.
I mean their two Barons came on a free pick on the jungler and a free pick on the AD.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they don't know that
know
Finn's
he's there.
Wait, why is he back?
No, I mean you might as well channel recall in case they're. I mean you have nothing else to do.
efficient. Back through mid here. It's Cloud9 not
Oh, this
Oh.
could be good. They get something onto King. They get the
Oh, they
Volibear onto
brought
King.
Fudge.
Fudge is
Nice.
down. King is down. Perks shouldn't be able to just carry this, right? Oh my god, he's gonna carry it.
Ezreal died in one rotation of spells from Trist.
Oh my goodness. Wait. How the hell is King still alive?
Yeah, GA, right?
Wait, am I just like high? I saw Perk still alive.
No, Perks jumped in, died, and killed the Ezreal. What? What a weird way for that game to end.
Yeah.
Like, it was a really good fight angle, but
Yeah, I need to watch that again. I don't really understand what happened. So Pobelter just gets popped by Blabber, but they kill Fudge
Pobelter didn't do anything the whole game.
to
They
start.
started the fight.
Perks isn't
King
even there. They
got
kill off.
McHale's.
They kill off Vulcan.
King got
Oh, King just
McHale.
stays alive forever. I thought he was the primary target of the flank, but they just kind of ignored him.
Wow.
Wow.
Blabber just, he killed him in the back line.
Oh, and Wild
mowed
Turtle
down
just
him.
jumped in and killed himself to get perks. Yeah.
Oh, he
That's
eat
such
into
a-
both the 80 carries. Turtle
Yeah.
made one mistake at the very end of the game and just ate two full 80 carry all-ins. Yuck.
Yeah.
Then
And he thought he
Kog'Maw's
could-
GA. Did they just not know Kog had GA? If Kog didn't have GA there, it's a good, like,
Yeah, they just
not
won
a
the
good
fight.
They don't win the fight, they, like, don't lose the fight, though.
They win it.
Blabber was full HP.
Yeah, but
And
the
it was-
combination of Broxah and Smoothie could have killed off Blabber, I think. But wow, that's a great game by CLG, but just we weren't able to close it out.
You can't play. I mean, the only thing I gather at the end of the day is you can't play Zoe if Pobelter's mid. He actually, like, that game was so bad.
Yeah, Pobelter doesn't play.
Like,
he hit
he hit some bubbles, but I feel like the bubbles he hit were more on C9, just not avoiding the bubbles than hitting anything, because they weren't like wall angle bubbles. Like, some of the really good Zoe players you see hit like such sick bubbles in the middle of everyone. He got so little damage off. He got picked over and over again. Like, one of the biggest plays he made, I thought he was just gonna get picked and instantly die, but he flashed the wall and they won the game.
Yeah. Well, they got the Baron and should have been they were in the position to win the game, but then didn't. Feels bad.
Like, I'm surprised that their team was able to actually, like, 5v5 at all. I really, really thought CLG's comp would not be able to, like,
they could
hold these 5v5s.
Every single 5v5 they lost.
Yeah, but, like, look at the last fight of the game. It's so close.
Yeah, but it started off as a 4v5 until Wild Turtle jumped forward, and then that's where Perks... The first auto attack Perks got off was on Wild Turtle in that fight. Perks wasn't in it.
That's true. Yeah,
And even when it was a 4v5, they lost. Because they lost 2. And Cloud9 lost 1.
I was impressed with Broxah. Smoothie played fine.
Smoothie did what
fine.
he... Like,
Finn went pretty even in a horrible lane. And
yeah. Pobelter was just
played well,
a liability.
Pob was
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was just the way the game plan was, but
I don't think so.
It did not feel like he could do anything, and he got horrendously outfarmed.
Yeah, outfarmed and just didn't do much damage in general. Hey, thank you people for watching. Things are definitely looking up for CLG. that was the best loss we've had in a long time, where there wasn't like a whole lot of like glaring blunders or anything that looked like fundamentally wrong. We played a close game. We took Cloud9 to 43 minutes, had a gold lead majority of the time, got a couple of Barons. If we keep improving, it'll be a good look for us. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you versus Team Liquid for the next game.